Welcome to the Film Room, the series where we break down the smartest plays from around the league each week. Not just highlights, but actions, reads, counters, and the little details that decide possessions. Let's get into it. We'll start with this Mav set. After making the pass, PJ walks into the paint, while Williams and Gafford flow into a staggered DHO for Max Christie. Christie's defender gets caught trailing, and then PJ uses his own defender to screen the rim protector, clearing Christie's path to the basket. Christie gets an easy layup out of this, but even if there was any help, Gafford would be open for a layup. A few possessions later, the Mavs run the exact same play. This time, Christie's defender goes under the first screen, so Christie steps back and takes a wide open three. It just misses. Another couple plays later, they're in the same alignment, but this time it flows into a pick and roll for Middleton, who is able to get all the way to the rim for an easy layup. This is how good sets evolve over the course of a game. Against the Raptors, Minnesota uses Anthony Edwards' gravity perfectly here. DiVincenzo makes this pass to Randle, then sprints towards the corner, selling a double screen action with Gobert for Ant. His defender is ready to chase Ant, but it's just misdirection. Rudy Gobert instead flips the angle of his screen and uses it on DiVincenzo's man, creating this good look from three. That is a star's gravity creating confusion even when he doesn't touch the ball. The next play is from the Lakers and Nuggets game. Lakers start with a dribble handoff on one side of the court, but it's just a decoy. Luka comes to set a backscreen for LeBron, who then sells a lob cut. That pulls both defenders towards the rim, and Luka slips out of the screen, relocates behind Ayton, and gets a wide open three. The shot misses, but it's perfect design. When you have multiple stars, gravity becomes your best playmaker. If you enjoy studying plays like this, make sure you subscribe. I'm breaking down plays every week. Against the Blazers, Atlanta starts in the high horns alignment. Two bigs at the elbows, corner space, and Daniels at the top. Daniels passes the ball to Jalen, triggering him to use CJ's screen. Drew Holiday undercuts it, taking away the easy layup lane, so Atlanta is forced to flow into the next action. They swing the ball to Okongwu, who is lifting from the opposite corner, while CJ runs into a dribble handoff. Portland contains the drive well, but CJ is crafty enough to draw contact and get to the line anyways. A good example of flowing from first action to second action without resetting. This one is quick and clean. It starts with a bit of misdirection. Vucevic screening for Hauser. It forces Miles Turner into help position. As Turner tries to recover back to Vucevic, Derek White hits him with another perfect down screen. Because of the angle Vucevic takes, the Celtics are able to force a switch. And now Porter Jr., who is giving up size, simple entry pass, easy two. This week's coachable moment comes from Memphis. They try to run a Spain pick and roll on the first possession of the game. A proper ball screen is set, and Jalen Wells is supposed to set the back screen on the big, but this angle is poor. He barely makes contact, slips too early, and the big is still able to stay in the play and intercept the lob. Small detail, huge difference. If Wells had set a proper screen with his back to the basket and creates real contact, the lob window opened. Look at the difference between the PJ Washington screen from earlier in the video versus this screen. The screening angle matters, and that's what creates the advantage. If you enjoy studying games at this level, subscribe and a new episode will be dropping next week. And remember, the difference between good teams and great teams is usually the details. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.